stock, you are limited to one. So this really, really helps them boost the power as they get ready to go here. 55, of course, super stock has not been pulling for the last 2 years very often. We've kind of put to rest, but a revival of 55 super stock, especially out of the South, out of Tennessee and Alabama, has really brought it forward, and in Kentucky too. And I'll tell you what, it's going to be a really, really popular thing now.
And if you like super stockers, the people you need to thank are the people over at Monsanto and the people at American Cyanomed. Basically, as I said earlier, they're the guys that dropped down the cash so we can bring these tractors back this evening. So if you like it, let them know.
All right, on the... All right, here on the Monsanto track, up number 1, here it is. Notorious Doug McKinnon out of Pleasant Hill, Illinois, on the starting line. Notorious, the 8210. And right there, more Notorious here, folks. Of course, we are unofficial, and Doug is the test puller here tonight. We'll decide what we're going to take, what we're not. We'll get the official word when we are ready to go. Boy, Doug McKinnon. And Notorious out of Pleasant Hill, Illinois. Super stock. A great super stock tractors here tonight. Glad to see everybody come out and be with us. Always like to come here to the Vanderbilt County Fair. Great crowds, great appreciation of the tractors and the truck pullers. Folks are really wonderful to work with there down here. I'll tell you right now, I know the guys appreciate it. So when you go by the grandstand and so forth over there, let me know how you feel about it. I'll tell you that right now. We're ready to the green flag, Chris Blair, right here. On the line, Anthony Hart, folks, the Hart's Desire, right here. John Deere, our second tractor. Already we've had one turn down, Doug McKinnon. Let's see what happens here to John Deere. Well, we might be just a little heavy on that sled tonight. I don't know. We'll have to find out. The officials look it over and decide what they're going to do with my Heart's Desire and Mr. Anthony Hart out of Franklin, Indiana, over on the Monsanto track.
Coming to the line now, we're going to have Richard Peters, the Buckeye special. Worked this morning.
They like this slide up starting the class over.
I put her in drive, she went forward. I put her in reverse, she went backwards. She's ready to go.
They nicknamed him Clutch Cargo, no doubt about it.
That's right.
They do. Rumors out they are taking donations for new clutches throughout the rest of the year also, so you have to have an old clutch, he'll take anything.
The one he put in there is a used clutch. It's a piece of part left over from previous trips down the track. So that's what he had to put in to run tonight. He'll be up next on the mini rod side.
So here we go now with a tractor out of Iowa. Man, this guy came a long way to run here tonight. Jim Eckenrod. New Hampton, Iowa, the Midnight Special. Here we go. 55 Supers on the line. And folks, that's what you call losing the boost right there. And he lost it, folks. Tractor took off. He lost his boost right just at the area there. Make sure the kill switch is still attached. It appears the tractor is still running. But Case International comes to a screeching halt right there.
County, so it's a good one. You can do it.
Jim Eckenrod dropped back to later in the class.
Butch said he's from Decker, Indiana. That's up around the Vincennes area. If you're looking for a hometown boy to cheer for, this is about as close as you're going to get in the Superstock class. Well, obviously my brother's a glutton for punishment because he's going to go back there and fix that Jasper Engine's Gambler, and he's going to come back later on in the class tonight, so you're going to see him one more time.
Here's Doug Harrell now. Let's give him a nice round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. How about it?
Doug Hurl at 290.34, 290.34.
Again, we'd like to thank our people, our sponsors, American Sienna Man and Monsanto. Thanks to those guys, a whole bunch. They made the Superstock class possible tonight, so a big thank you goes out to those people as well as all of our other corporate sponsors here this evening.
So the RPM up. We watch for the smoke change. Here we go. The brother injectors kick in. Here you go. Local number 9 gold man. He hits it right there. Here comes Tom Dixon. Man, that 55 is the time on out of there. Well, folks, how about that? Our first full pull of the night here in Superstock competition. Tom, they will all come back, but at least 3 will come back for the pull-off, folks. At least 3 will come back.
Well, the next tractor on the mini ranch side should be the Footloose tractor of Larry Kester. We'll see who comes up to the track. That's who we have down the schedule next to be up. And I believe that's who we're going to see. And then we're back to working away on the Superstock side.
Here's Kevin Winter now, working in Maryland, Baby Blue. All right, right there. Kevin Windsor and Baby Blue out of Lothian, Maryland, and all the way from Maryland. 5,500-pound Superstock New York State champion, folks, and the Indy 210 Ford right there.
Do we have any Larry Kester fans in the crowd tonight? Anybody think he's going to be able to keep the reputation of Southwestern Indiana intact and get up there with the boys from
Kevin
So,
Windsor went
Kentucky tractor comes in here, one of the only Kentucky, in fact, the only Kentucky tractor here in the competition tonight out of Brittany, Kentucky. Walking tall, Mr. David Nelson on board, and let's see what happens now. On the bubble currently, we have the tractor of Kevin Windsor and Baby Blue at 281.93. Your leader with a full pull is Tom Nixon, Screaming Demon out of Mounds, Illinois. Second, we've got Doug Horrell out of Decker, Indiana. And on the bubble spot currently third, Kevin Windsor and Baby Blue. And here we go now with Dave Nelson, Crittenden, Kentucky, in Walking Tall. And Walking Tall walks it right out of there. Let's give him a nice round of applause. A full pull for the Ford.
Out of Zeeland, Michigan, 248.32, 248.32.
Dave
That's the
Elson,
distance for
Kevin
Todd
Phelps
Bolton at
tractor
the
out
end
of
down the back
4-4.
straightaway. Ladies and gentlemen, we got word from the pit area. Larry Kester sitting in a pretty good spot right now. He's pulled it out the gate, and so has the Rat Poison tractor, but we got word the Rat Poison is sitting back there in pieces, so Larry may be sitting pretty good.
And the 4250 goes up just a little short, but he made a good run here for Anthony Hart and the Heart's Desire, John Deere, here tonight. 55 Superstock. Man, we're glad to see these guys here with us, I'll tell you. Over here on the Monsanto track.
Over on the American Cyanamid track,
Illinois, out of Iowa, New Hampton, Iowa now, on the Monsanto track. As he comes in here to Superstock, we may have a little bit of confusion there as to where we were going to bring everybody back in and so forth, but by radio, but we think we got it straightened out now. And on the line, it should be Jim Eckenrod out of New Hampton, Iowa, with the Midnight Special.
Up and down.
Johnson out of Du Bois, Pennsylvania, with Mr. Flash, will be next up on the mini rod side.
And lost the boost once again, folks, right there. Maybe have a little bit of a fuel problem. I don't know for sure. But right there for the tractor. Jim Eckenrod out of New Hampton, Iowa. 5140 Case IH. Burns, I'll tell you what, the alcohol burners did very well down in Chapel Hill, Tennessee this past weekend. Let's see what happens here. No smoke, just alcohol, folks, right here. The driver out of Wabash, Indiana, the moonshiner, Rick Ross, coming at you with the alcohol burner. The IH. There for that 460 International of Mr. Rick Ross. From Wabash, Indiana, the moonshiner. He has completed his run on the bubble currently. As we have two full pulls was Baby Blue, or I'm sorry, was the IH-686 of Doug Horrell at 290.
Rick Ross with 275.
We have two full pulls, and I'll tell you what, if this guy gets his act together, we could have three. With Daryl, with John Meeks here on the line with the squealer. Let's see what happens. It is another alcohol burner too, folks. So let's see what happens with this John Deere now over on the Monsanto track as he gets ready to come at us now with John Deere.
Oh, they did. After Armstrong? Yeah. Now we bought a power
many times, folks, I'll tell you, we've seen him a lot, and he made a nice run there. If you want to talk about a classic tractor pull, that's exactly what you want. There's out in that Illinois area, I tell you, it's Bonnie, Illinois, the Martin brothers came out there. They'll be out a little bit later on with their Unlimited and so forth. And, but we've got Jason Newell coming up now with Steel Dreams on the starting line right here. Another John Deere and another alcohol burner, folks. Let's see what happens. We have three out the door right now. Could we have more? Let's watch him go here in super stock. Man, he nailed it. I mean, he nailed it out of the gate. He doesn't have to ride those binders too hard. Look out. I'll tell you what, folks, the tractor had the power. The problem is he's a little light on the nose. He had to get on the binders. Otherwise, if he had a straight run, he'd be sitting down there on the other end of the track waving at you people right now.
That was the dandy bit of driving, though, coming out of there. I tell you what, that nose, if it would have come down a couple wrong points there, he'd have been out of bounds and gotten the DQ, but he was able to keep the nose off the ground and swing her on back around and keep her in bounds. Nice dandy bit of driving there for the John Deere.
So let's show you Raleigh. How many international harvester fans do we have in the crowd? Do we have any John Deere people here tonight? And how about Ford fans? Well, the international's up first. He's going to set the mark. Here we go. Our floating finish line. Let's see what happens. Your puller coming your way. Tom Nixon, Mounds, Illinois, with the Screaming Demon right here. He'll be the one to set the mark. It could be the good one. Let's find out. He's sitting on the saddle, ready to go right now. Tom Nixon out of Mounds, Illinois. Tom fiddling that body English right in there. I'll tell you what, the Screaming Demon, folks, has set the mark to beat. I'll tell you what, let's get a pylon over there by the sled if we can to find out for sure just exactly how far he went. But the Screaming Demon has completed his run. Put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen, for Tom Nixon, if you will.
Tommy Nixon with 256.86 in the poll. 256.86.
Tonight on the mini rod side. Dennis then will go home number 2. John Fairbanks, who also made a full pull. Mr. Fairbanks has broke and he cannot come back.
Here we go now. David Olson, Waukesha. Whoa, man, it is close. I'll tell you that right now. It is super, super close, folks. Good run from Walking Tall, this 79-10 and David Olson out of Crittenden, Kentucky. Let's give him a nice round of applause, folks. How about it? He needed better than 256.86 to go to the number 1 spot. Let's see what he did. Folks. The pylon over here on the right side of the track is we're just about the leading distance currently. It was close. It was not real right to the point, but if the front of the sled goes significantly past that, you're going to have a new leader on the Monsanto track over here. All right, John Deere people, put your hands together. Here he comes right now. Let's see what he does. The Meese tractor out of Illinois. I believe you see your winner, folks, sitting right there. How about it, John Deere fans? Let's give him a nice round of applause. All right, good run. Good, strong run. 286 and 33, 286.33, 286.33. For Mr. Roush, the doctor, right there.
Over on the Superstock side, this is the Monsanto track. John Meese out of Oblong, Illinois with the squealer. He won the 5,500-pound Superstock class earlier this evening. He is our first puller here tonight in the 7,500-pound Superstock class. Again, a big thank you to Monsanto and to American Cyanamid for their help tonight in putting this class together. Here we go. The alcohol burner runs away, and here we go. Out of Oblong, Illinois, John Meese.
Never thought I would like to pull it.
You have to have the stock locked. Pretty much anything beyond that goes.
Daryl Meese had a full
As you look at them from the exterior, they basically have to look like they came off the assembly line. You can't add a turbocharger, and then you can go inside and do anything you want. From Ackerley, Texas, Stanford Rays and the Red Thunder. My goodness! Wow, Paul!
Single guy from North Carolina now, Randy Brown. Now let's let Cal Park. Folks, let's give him a nice round of applause. Clear Hamilton.
take her down there by the cattle barn and see what's going on. That was the Indiana Rascal, Coleman Wheatley out of Shelbyville, Indiana, driving the Case IH 7240.
Jayhawker, LD. Boy, do I feel lucky tonight.
Really had a full pull.
Nation right there.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you're looking for a hometown hero to support tonight, look at the starting line at the 7,500-pound super stock class. This, pulling to the line now, is Mike Hoppy out of Evansville, Indiana. Let's see what he can do with it on the super stock side with the John Deere. He has the green flag. He surveys the track, tries to find out where exactly he was to put the big nose of that big green deer. Grabs himself a handful of throttle, he eases up on the RPMs. Now he has the smoke changing color, and here we go. Mike Hoppy out of Evansville, Indiana. Whoa! He was a hoppying down the track there for a while. Probably not real happy right now with the tractor, but anyway, he's sitting out there looking her over.
Mike Hoppy went 145.48.
A handful of smoke, a few sparks, and here we go. The Green Gate Super Deere, the 4560 John Deere. This one he calls the Super Deere, the other one's just the Green Gate Deere. He won that first class, but he's not going to win this one tonight, it doesn't look like. He's just a little on the shy side. The mark to beat was set by Coleman.
Larry Klein went 262.30, 262.30.
Just remember, all the food stands out there still open. Again, I highly recommend the ice cream. It's some great stuff down there. Also, we got hamburgers, hot dogs, Polish sausage, nachos, all good American food. And you can visit Henryville, Indiana, USA. That's just south of the grandstand. The world's greatest hamburgers. Here we go, Tom Nixon out of Mounds, Illinois on the Screaming Demon. Whoa! He's getting a shower right now, I'll tell you that. So he doesn't have to take a bath tonight, I guess.
Whenever you guys are ready to let them go, let's run some unlimiteds. I know they're still adding some weights around down there on the 5 Chevy.
Tom Nixon went 221.08, 221.08.
Built by Arcola Engines. Out of Fort Wayne, Indiana. Steve Klingenberg. Bad Habit on the line. Folks, if you've never been to a multi-engine tractor,
County, huh? How about it? The Barnyard Beast. That is Doug Roberts out of Reeds, Missouri. Thinking of giving up tractor pulling and going into the rodeo profession, I guess, after a ride like that.
Doug Roberts with 297.08. 297.08.
John Link from Updike, Illinois, with the All Business Case I-8. All Business, the Case I-8 7220, Doug Leak out of Updike, Illinois. Looks like Mr. Leak's tractor is taking one on the track also.
That's exactly right. It took a good leak right there. 72, the problems with the Case IH All Business here tonight. Gentleman is an instructor at a vocational school in Illinois, and actually at a vocational college, and he brings a lot of the students every year to the Louisville show at the National Farm Machinery Show Championship Tractor Pull in Louisville every year. And we always have an opportunity to talk to some of the students.
So know you appreciate him making the trip as he makes his way around on the antique tractor.
Doug Leak with 247.69.
I think he's going to get up that mini rod tractor and just go to pulling antiques after riding on something like that, aren't you, John? No, he wouldn't do that. Here we go, the Super Stock tractors. This is Speed and Green. Jason Newell out of Bonnie, Illinois. The Steel Greens tractor, Jason Newell out of Bonnie, Illinois, making his way down the track. Again, thank you to people like Monsanto for making the 7,500-pound Superstock class possible here tonight. We appreciate their help as we do all of our other sponsors like Jasper Engines and Transmissions, Raven Tire, and Resto Reynolds. Thanks to those guys tonight for their help.
Jason Newell at 235.38. 235.38.
Man, oh man. $25,000 worth of engines laying everywhere. And Steve Klingenberg, we've got pistons laying everywhere. We've got a half a block. Actually, he split the block is what happened. The motor came off and split right down the side, and it blew the block right in half. Man, oh man. What a shot.
We're back to action over here on the Superstock track. This is Doug Hall out of Decker, Indiana. He won the 55 tonight. He's coming back in the 75. That's Doug Hall from Decker, Indiana. He won the 55 earlier tonight. That class sponsored by American Cyanamid. He's here tonight running in the 75. Class sponsored by Monsanto. 686 International. He's not going to be taking home first place prize money in this one tonight.
Man, I tell you folks, I've been announcing polls since 1976, and that is the first time that I have ever seen that happen in my life. Seen a motor split in half like that but there. It literally blew right off the top of the engine. I have never seen anything like that in my life.
And I didn't know our track crew could run that fast at the end of the track either, did you?
I had no idea. I tell you, that is interesting. I think everybody is okay. We'd like to get all the unauthorized personnel away over there, please. All unauthorized persons, please get out of the way. Let the crews do their work. And let's get back to tractor 1,000 horsepower.
Here we go, back on the Superstock side. This is the notorious tractor, Don McKinnon, out of Pleasant Hill, Illinois. Harmon out of North Branch, Michigan. Tom Harmon out of North Branch, Michigan. Well, you know it's been a rough day when it takes 2 tractors to pull off your 1 tractor.
We understand the laser man is still in the bathroom. He has not returned since the engine blew off. So hang in there, Alan. You got Alan Goss, our laser man, of course, folks out of Louisville. Did a great job. By the way, you got Shot Rod T-shirts available for sale. Check them out.
Okay, we have the baby blue tractor up here at the starting line on the Superstock side. Kevin Windsor out of Lothian, Maryland. Here we go. The Ford tractor is underway. The baby blue and the Windsor pulling team out of Lothian, Maryland. Kevin Windsor with the Ford 8210.
Let's give Jim Brockman a nice round of applause, folks. How about it?
We got the squealer, John Meeks out of Oklahoma, Illinois. The squealer, the 4250 John Deere, John Meeks out of Oblong, Illinois, won the 5,500-pound class earlier this evening. He's going to be coming up a little shy in his efforts tonight, I believe. We need a tow tractor. Need a tow tractor over here on the Superstock side. The top 3 over here, and that should get him into the pull-off. We have 1 more tractor to go, though. 10-pound Pro Stock class. It only takes 1 to get that first place out there. We have 2 red ones and a green one there. And Larry Klein and
Daryl Meeks for 278.27. 278.27.
Went around
So it's
Evansville,
quality, not necessarily
and then on the
quantity.
east side Evansville, how far
That'll
out,
get you
came
out
back
big.
together. Can you believe that?
Taking home that first place prize money. The Red Thunder, Stan Blagrave out of Ackerley, Texas, with the International. Grabs himself a handful of throttle, builds up the RPM, throws the black smoke into the air, and takes off down the track. Whoa! Well, the good news is, there's bad news. The bad news is, he broke. The good news is, the engine's still on the tractor, I guess. Tell you what, Stan Blagrave has his helmet off. Let him know you appreciate him making the trip up here from Ackerley, Texas to put on a show. David Elson, to your vehicle, please. David Elson, to your vehicle, please.
Stan Blagrave went 163.42. 163.42. This is the pull-off
Holman
of
Wheatley, the green,
7,500-pound Superstock.
well, no, he's not green at all. This is red. He's going to be taking home some green tonight. Because he just has to make this pull official. Hey, look at that, folks. There he goes down the track. Whoa, boy, he's really moving now. And he is going to go ahead and throw a little bit of smoke to it and say, no, I'm not going to tempt fate just too awful much. So there he goes, your winner in the 7,500-pound Superstock class, Coleman Wheatley.